Who wants to start talking about their games?
We just straight into the games. We don't
Well,
talk about
I've just had a Google to see
disgusting sexual practices first on that.
if it
What's
is
he?
possible to complete Ocarina of Time without the horse, and some people seem to be saying.
Aye, Google seems to think that you can long shot across the.
That's
Across
what I was
Jurado
thinking
Valley.
just when...
So there you go. I did.
As long as there's a wooden post there, you should be able to do it.
Anything else in popular games that you've
Missed
managed to-
you
entirely.
You managed to complete Broken Sword without a controller.
You need to be careful when you're a Sonic fan. You don't have too much fun in a game. You need to rein it in, limit yourself.
Next, you'll be telling us you completed a Sonic game just by holding right and pressing jump occasionally.
Impossible.
Madness.
Right, moving on.
Oh, Jesus. Fucking hell.
Gamewank. Wank about games.
Hello, welcome to part 2 of Gamewank, Nehos. We're going to be talking about the games and taking your feedback.
What's your
Game.
what's your game?
Game.
What's your game? What's your
Game.
You're telling Joint Genesis, eh? You're telling saying Joint Genesis.
Barry, what you been playing? Sorry.
We just agreed that I would ask.
I just said the words.
The way he treats me. Unbelievable.
Sorry, Ryan.
Barry,
Ryan.
you like the video games, didn't you?
A wee bit. It's a bit of a shite bag
Have you played
answer
anything?
though.
Why? Have you played anything recently?
I played Mario Kart. I went and checked the other day how much Mario Kart I played, and I played like 70 hours of Mario Kart 8 or something. Just wouldn't even think twice about that. Just
Do you think how many races just in 1 hour?
well, one of the and this is why I've been playing it. Well, now and again, you know, you'll play a game of Mario Kart and that reignites your love of actually playing it. So they added a patch recently. Yeah, two things they did recently. They added a patch which gives you race stats now, shows you how many races you've won and lost. I've raced more than 2,000 races.
Wow.
The stats are pretty good though. It tells you like stuff like how many drifts you've done and how many mini turbos
Tell
you've
you your
got.
win ratio.
It does. Well, it tells you your wins and your losses, so you can work out ratio from that.
And presumably you're going to cover when you're talking about Mario Kart how unfair and bugged
I will talk about the balance a wee bit. I saw someone posted a video yesterday of they had a piranha plant. The piranha plant item attacks repeatedly and gives you a boost. And they were alongside a Morton, who's quite a slow character, had just been brought back onto the track by Lakitu. So they're driving past the Morton that's just been brought back on. The piranha plant hits him, but Morton's keeping speed with Daisy all the way, and Morton gets hit 3 times and doesn't stop at all, doesn't slow down, doesn't stop, ends up going faster than Daisy.
Do you have a few invincibility frames when you land back?
There's some sort of issue somewhere with.
Do you think the attack has fucked it and it's just kept the invincibility going?
Maybe I don't know. I mean, it's a really I see you see it online where you'll hit someone with a shell and they won't lose any speed. They'll just keep going. Like they'll have the spin out animation, but they won't lose any speed.
Right.
So there's some sort of weird
multiplayer
server
though, innit?
inconsistency
That's
somewhere. Aye, but I mean, no, I can't think I'd really complain about. I will get to the balance though, because there are
Was there no one the other day
small
where
issues.
Jim got blue shell but it didn't do anything to him?
No, you can boost out of blue shells now.
Boost?
If you have a mushroom right before a blue shell hits you, you can mushroom out of blue shells.
So is that like you counting as it missing you?
You can just mushroom out of them, because the way a blue shell works is it'll travel and then right before it hits you it'll stop above you and then hit you. When it stops above you, if you've got a mushroom you can boost out of it.
Shit, I didn't know that. I thought that was just a glitch.
No, we've known about that for a while, but I think that's the first time one of us has actually successfully managed to do it. So they added the patch which tells you all your stats, which is kind of cool if you're into that thing. They also let you have the map on screen now,
Oh,
Because the way I was playing it was kind of like a Monster Hunter setup. I was playing on the Pro Controller. I had the gamepad set up, so I could see the map, so you can see what items people have got, so you know if you're going to get blue shelled, for example. But since they added the map to the on-screen display, you can't. It's not as in depth. You can't see what items people have got, who's in what place, but you can see roughly what's happening on the map, which I like. So since they added that, I've been playing pretty much exclusively on the gamepad, which is quite a big statement about a Wii U game. I think it's like I have been playing exclusively on the gamepad. So that was one thing they added. They also added this DLC, which is a new direction for Nintendo.
Add-on content.
Add-on content. So
They don't do DLC.
there are 2 packs which you could pre-order for £11 for both packs, and each pack adds 2 new cups, which is 8 courses, 3 new characters each, and something like 3 or 4 new vehicles each. So I think you're getting 16 new tracks, 6 new characters, and 6 or 7 new vehicles.
See the Shy Guy? Did they add it so you could change the colour?
If you pre-ordered both DLC packs, you got 8 different coloured Yoshis and 8 different coloured Shy Guys, which is obviously, you can't really call that content, but for fans of Nintendo things, that's kind of like I was like, oh, cool.
An exclusively Shy Guy race.
No,
Just a different.
it's a nice wee thing that they didn't have to do, but they did do it.
Yeah.
So
Nice
the
of
thing,
them.
I mean, a lot of people be like, "Oh, Nintendo, don't do DLC," but the way that like a lot of cynical DLC works is it's content that they cut from the full game, so they can keep it aside. But Mario Kart has always been 4 cups, 8, and then another 4 cups, like so the 4 cups of new tracks and then the 4 cups of old redone tracks. So this looks like it's going to be 2 cups of all new tracks and 2 cups of old tracks.
Right.
So you're getting 50% of the game again for only £11,
Nice.
which is, as far as DLC goes, it's a pretty good way of doing it. It's like what DLC was like when it first came out. It was additional campaigns for a price.
Expansion.
Aye. So they have this expansion, the first part of which hits in November, which is the Legend of Zelda themed one, where the 3 characters are like Link, Tanuki Mario and Cat Peach. They've not announced any of the tracks yet, but there'll be 4 new tracks and then 4 redone tracks. So
Is it February for the next pack? Or
March, I think.
something? Oh, fuck, that's a good
So
way to
I mean, that one's the Animal Crossing one. So the only other thing
right.
they've said is there's going to be an F-Zero track and F-Zero
So
vehicles.
they remember F-Zero?
They do apparently, but I mean that's as a fan of F-Zero.
That probably when they're working on Mario Kart as well, but just before you say the F-Zero, I was thinking if they're making so many tracks, I wonder how hard it would be to make a randomizer like you used to get in F-Zero. Or just creating a random track, that would be good.
That would be pretty good actually.
Just different parts of different tracks all rattled together.
That'd be interesting. So the DLC, it's good for Nintendo because by the time the second DLC comes out, Mario Kart will have been out for almost a year. So you can see they have a bit of a more forward-thinking approach with their games now. And I get no complaints about that because Mario Kart is hands down the best game I've played this year. The best game I've played in several years. It's like I've poured so much time in it just because not only is it fun in single player, but it's the best multiplayer experience. Like it's just with 12 people, you just can't beat it.
It's just a shame it's so unfair.
Well, this is the thing. I don't think I've talked about the balance on Gamewank
No.
before. The way the balance changed from 7 to 8 was in Mario Kart 7. If you were in first place, the game was completely unbalanced against whoever was in first place. Like you would get constantly blue shelled. Everyone behind you could the race was always close enough that people could always hit you. Right. And if you led the race early on, you were struggling to win that race.
Aye.
Basically, the thing you had to do in Mario Kart 7 was hang back until right before the last lap, then make your move. The balance is different in Mario Kart 8 though. The balance is always going to be different when there's bikes and karts. The problem with bikes in Mario Kart Wii was that they drift on the inside. Like the way you drift on a bike is you aim for the outside of the corner and they automatically drift into the center, which means you get a much sharper curve. So I mean they were completely unbalanced in Mario Kart Wii, but they're not unbalanced. Like inside drift isn't unbalanced in Mario Kart 8. The problem comes from people playing as heavy characters on bikes, and it kind of exploits the item mechanics a wee bit. I mean, this isn't gospel, but the way you see people winning races online is they play a heavy character on a well-handling vehicle and they get an early lead. In Mario Kart 7, this wouldn't have worked at all, but now an early lead, you're basically untouchable. Because all the pressure is now applied to whoever's in second and third place. If you're caught in the main pack, you're fucked because it's just a constant barrage of items.
Well, that's what I felt when I was like, whoever got in front first,
Aye.
they just couldn't fucking catch them. That was it.
Well, that's
They were
it.
just
I mean,
there.
that's how people are winning online. It's if you're away by the end of the first lap, you're uncatchable. Like I've been blue shelled twice and still been able to hold a lead. Whereas in Mario Kart 7 that just wouldn't have happened. So I mean the only way that this is kind of balancing out is everyone is playing as Wario on a bike, Rosalina on a bike, so on and so forth. So I mean I always respect people that will just play their favourite character anyway.
Aye.
But like I kinda got sick of losing, so I'm like slowly moving towards playing as Wario on a bike, which isn't ideal, but so I think there are small issues with the balance that if tweaked could lead to a lot less frustration. But at the same time, when you have an equal playing field, in the sense that everyone is on kind of similar built karts, and it's maybe a track where heavies on bikes don't have a natural advantage, then it's pretty fucking great. Like, but I can see why people get frustrated because
But it's a bit annoying though when you have to go against what you want to do. Just to
Well, not really,
to
I
give
mean,
me a chance of winning, if
like,
you know what I mean.
if you're a total tryhard, then yeah. But I mean, you can have fun.
Aye.
Like I played as Roy in the Prancer for months because I thought it was funny. Like, just thought Roy with shades on in that horse and cart one was pretty funny. So that's the combination I used for a couple of months, and it was fine. But just I think eventually you probably get sick of losing.
Aye.
Like I play a lot with like 87th and like Let's Hug Bro and that, and like it's good. Like no one going back and like beating each other sometimes, and like sometimes it's never quite as fluid. Like I think like undoubtedly like Jim Let's Hug Bro is probably the best player out of all of us. It just so happens that he likes the combination of Donkey Kong on a bike. And won't say anything more about that, but you know, just happens to be his favourite. But it's good.
Arsehole.
It's good knowing that like there's no real clear best in that sense. Like everyone's
Aye.
capable of beating everyone else despite the balance issues. So it's not like a total whitewash all the time. So it's still fun. But at the start though, like when Jim was pretty much the only person playing as a heavy on a bike, it was like I nearly stopped playing it because it was a total whitewash. So I played in the Nintendo Life heats
I saw
at
you
the
saying
weekend,
that, aye.
and again I opted to play a build that I enjoyed rather than one that I thought would win.
Did you win anything?
I won 4 out of 16 races.
I mean, was there a prize?
Oh, there's a prize. Whoever wins the heats goes into the final, which is like a live final at Eurogamer Expo.
I thought you could just enter that at Eurogamer, so is this to qualify for?
Aye,
Right.
there were 4 heats and the best 3 racers from every heat
Right.
goes into the final. But the lowest qualifying score I have to apologise if you've switched off a long time ago because I'm talking about balancing numbers in a cutesy, colourful card game, but the lowest qualifying score was something like, I'm sure it was like 218 or something, which is an average of 14.5 points over 16 races, and you get 15 points for coming first. So to be able to hold out against, it's like the lowest qualifying score basically came first in all 16 races. It's like, how can you beat the Mario Kart mechanics like that? I refuse to believe it's skill. No way anyone is that lucky. But there you go, 9 people apparently are that lucky. So some people out there are fucking really good at Mario Kart 8, much better than me, which is sad to admit.
I was pretty terrible at it.
But I mean, this is the thing, is like Mario Kart I think is perceived as being like not very deep, but it's deep as fuck. Especially Mario Kart 8, the amount of air quotes science going on there with different builds and that. And they added the Mercedes DLC as well, which, you know, was quite a cynical, shallow thing. When I saw it, I was like kind of not that impressed by it, but you know, I raced as one of the Mercedes karts for a bit and it was kind of good fun. I wasn't like, oh, I'm riding a Mercedes. I was just like, Mario Kart! I think when you've got the total Mario Kart red mist, you're not really bothered about whether you're shilling for Mercedes or not.
Are all the Mercedes cars, do you not have to make them so that they all handle really well?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I never thought. So it was me casting a negative light.
Well, they're different ones. One's like a kind of the silver arrow.
Would they not have to shrink the characters then as well, so that people don't think that there's not much room in that? You're buying one of them.
Well, the SUV doesn't even have a roof rack, so that's not very functional, I think. It's like Mario just sticking at the sunroof.
Surely, like, if you're playing in America, all you do is you drive right up the back of other people and flash your lights until they get out your way.
That's Audis, you know.
Oh, I don't know.
There's a road rage coming
I
back.
don't drive. That's
See, I get Mario Kart rage, but Richie gets real life road rage. Jansen, cunt. But no, Mario Kart 8 is like.
Do you think it's just? Do you think it's just like? Do you think it's just because they're goodies that they gave us all this for £11, or do you think it's because they're a wee bit naive? Because they could have charged a lot more.
I don't know. The only negative I'd say is that there are not nag screens, but the cups are displayed
Aye.
on all the cup selection screens, and they have like the Wii eShop icon, so you're constantly like, there's content that you can buy, and you can click through to buy it. And like having bought it and still having to see that is a bit like, right, I bought it. Like now I have to wait till March to play some of it, so don't do this to me. But I remember we said, like I said on the E3 one, that I was sure they were going to show DLC at E3 for Mario Kart. But I'm glad they have, because it's good for everyone. It's extending the life of their game, and it means that more people will still be playing online. So
Well, Mario Kart's one of those games as well that you can see that it has quite a long life, because you can always tell the life of a game from its trade-in or second-hand prices. In Mario Kart, you'll never be able to get a copy of Mario Kart for less than 30-35 quid forever.
But that's a lot of Nintendo games, isn't it?
I know.
I'm sure there was like a few hundred folk have entered the Nintendo life heats. So that's pretty good for like just a UK based gaming, Nintendo specific gaming website and Twitter account that managed to get 200-300 folk into their heats. So I mean, its user base is I think it's millions now.
Well, I remember them saying that it was it didn't sell as well as whatever fucking Mario Kart it was, and it's like
Mario Kart Wii.
That was a figure over a period of years. This was like 2 weeks after Mario Kart 8 had been out. They're going, oh, it's only 2 million copies sold. So
well, Mario Kart Wii sold 28 million units or whatever it was, because the install base for the Wii was so huge.
what sold the most? Was it N64 one?
No, Mario Kart Wii is the biggest.
Really, that's
Mario
the
Kart
biggest?
Wii is one of the biggest selling games of all time.
Fucking hell.
Like the Wii Sports, obviously, I'm pretty sure
Aye,
is the biggest selling game.
It was like the games
I
that
know,
are
because
the
it-
games.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I was
it
gonna
doesn't,
say,
doesn't
remember?
really
Games
count.
are the
Knack
biggest
beat
selling.
Second Son.
The game. It's like Super Mario Bros. Was the biggest selling game of all time for a while, because
It
came
came
with the NES.
But no, Mario Kart Wii sold by any standards a phenomenal amount of copies. But Mario Kart 8 was just never going to do that, because it doesn't have the Wii U doesn't have the same install base that the Wii had.
But I do remember as well that every time someone reported that Mario Kart 8 sold really well, this following sentence was, "But the Wii's still fucked."
Like anyone
Get
can
the
call
dig
me
in
this.
there.
Sorry, the Wii U.
Go
Still.
get that wee dig in there. Nintendo's dead.
I'm happy to have one of my favourite games I ever had the life extended of it for 11 quid. And the fact that like this happened to us with Mario Kart 7. I mean, Mario Kart 7 came out. I mean, how old's the 3DS now? Coming up for 3 or 4 years or something. But anyway, I mean, none of us had played Mario Kart 7 for well over a year, and then we just, a bunch of us on Twitter just started playing it again, and it got to the point where we're playing it weekly. And I'm sure I put easily 100 hours into Mario Kart 7 as well. So
Jesus.
the good thing is that, I mean, we're still this interested in Mario Kart 8, 6, whatever, 3-4 months on when it came out, end of May.
Is that when that was?
So I mean, we're still playing it as much as we were, but with like DLC coming in November, and then DLC coming again in March, I'm gonna get like a serious year's amount of playtime out of that.
But the Wii U's still fucked.
I know the Wii U's fucked.
It's dead on its arse.
I'm gonna end up with
It's like a guy-
200 hours in Mario
It's like
Kart
a
8. I'm
guy
telling you.
learning to walk again, you go, fuck, he took his first step. Well done, mate. He's still still in a bed. He's still a cripple, isn't he?
One thing I did discover though, just one last note on the balance, is that there's a frantic mode which you can set for online play.
What's that?
It decreases the amount of defensive items and coins and increases the amount of offensive items. And like at one point I was like racing behind 4 bullet bills going at one time. It's like, yes, mate. So if you are a person that's not enjoying the balance that much, I'd get frantic mode on, because it's more like the old days of Mario Kart, where it's just everyone constantly getting fucked. So that's me talking about Mario Kart 8. I feel like I'm really addressing no one, because I'm sure everyone that has a Wii U already has Mario Kart 8. But
Perfect guy.
you don't like Mario Kart, do you?
I had it, but I sold it.
See, this is the thing. Owen, Mecha Gamezilla, he didn't like Mario Kart 7. He bought Mario Kart 7 and then sold it, but obviously loves Mario Kart 8. I just don't think you gave it enough time, guy. I don't think you let it get its
I'm no into racing games.
Neither am I, apart from Mario Kart.
Guy he didn't like the Scots, didn't he, fly up?
There was no pantsu in it. No, I prefer Ridge Racer 7.
That's fine, man. That's
mainly because I got it for free.
Is that a plug?
you've
Ross
been hanging about with Ryan too much.
Ross bought me it and just sent me it. Richie, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing? So last month on PS Plus, Fez was added to the mix. Fez is something I've talked about in Gamewank in the past when I bought it on the Xbox, but it was something I played it. I got maybe 2/3 into it, and I think the way I played it, I didn't really invest in it enough, and I just I got a bit lost, and there was a lot of backtracking, a lot of running about, and then the gaps in between play sessions got longer, and then I turned it on one day and I was just like, I'm not going to finish this, I don't know what's going on. So I just left it, and then it appeared on PS Plus and I thought, okay, I'm going to give it another go, because I got a Vita a few months ago. And I thought I'm going to attack it this time, because I know how the game's structured this time. I'm going to go into every area that I go into, I'm going to clear it before moving on to the next area. And I started playing it again, I started making the same mistakes, because it was the sort of world that, you know, suddenly a door's open to you and you think, oh, I better just check this one before, and then before you know it, you've sort of wandered into
deep,
sort of branched off into areas that you know. So I thought I'm making exactly the same mistakes again. This time I paid a bit more attention. I found that playing it on the Vita, it felt a lot better. It felt like it was made for the Vita. It was just nice to play it on a handheld. And the Vita display is really nice as well, so it looks gorgeous on the Vita. Yeah, I kind of just invested in it a wee bit more. I paid a bit more attention. In the map system, it was a lot easier to read and manipulate, sort of when you've got it on a wee touchscreen in front of you and stuff like that. And I enjoyed it. I really, really, really enjoyed it.
But Phil Fish is an arsehole. Are you sure you enjoyed it?
I did. Despite Phil Fish's inflammatory comments about Japanese games. But, like, the points...
Did you know that he said that Sonic was a twat?
I think he said Doctor Who was a cunt.
They call him the Doctor. He said Doctor Who. Picard can suck my balls. He said that as well.
Some of the points...
I think actually he said there's only one Spock and posted a picture of Zachary Quinto.
Oh dear.
He was smiling at it.
I think was it not Spock at the beach?
Keep calm and live long. How long does it take to finish Fez?
Isn't J.J. Abrams rebooting Fez actually?
Are we done?
We're never really done. Now you go.
Well, here's the thing. Fez, you have to collect X amount of these cubes to unlock a door that you go through, and then you get the end of the game. When the game says you've reached 100%, it means you've got the ending, but I think there's something like 209%.
Ah, it's a mad number.
Some really bizarre number. So I completed it and then went into New Game Plus, which is... New Game Plus isn't a new game. It starts off like a new game, but you've still got all the items you have. and you've got to get the rest of the items basically. But it throws some interesting new things at you that I don't want to go into because it's a big spoiler, but something really amazing happens after you complete the game. I think it's amazing, and it was a big surprise for me. But yeah, no, I mean, it's good. It's really, really good. It's not a long game. If you wanted to just 100% it, then you could probably do it in about 3 or 4 hours maybe.
Really? I'm sure I'd played it for that long.
I feel like I played it for a lot longer than that.
I've seen a lot of people talking about how they played it for ages and got bored of it as well. They seem to. Oh, I feel like 10 hours into this and I don't know what I'm doing.
I was really going for like collecting every single cube.
That's the thing, there's lots of mad wee puzzles in the game and things that you just think, there's obviously references elsewhere in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's the kind of game that you could probably sit, like if I was I said this on Twitter, if I was a kid, I would have been like all over it. If I was playing it when I was a kid, I probably would have had a notepad, I would have been writing down all the little notes and maps and all the bullshit that happens in the game, which you probably need to do to unlock everything. But you don't necessarily have to do that to have, complete the game at 100%.
Did you not list that as a negative just recently though? I'm sure you said.
What?
The other week you were like, oh, if I was a kid I had a notepad, but I don't have time for that because I'm a fucking adult.
No, I never say because I'm a fucking adult, because I think I didn't say it was a negative. What I said is that because I'm grown up now and I don't have that sense of
that patience,
wonderment and
you can. You smash up washing things trying to get the grill to work. Did you hear about that?
No.
He couldn't get his grill to work. Couldn't get it lit in his house, so he smashed
there's
up
a
a
broken
washing basket.
there's a cooker in the house and it's
Flipped it. He's
I
losing it.
sympathise, man. I've done that.
Did you want a ramp? Is this like a real life Richie rampage? What happened?
I broke it. I spent 10 minutes trying to light a cooker and it didn't work.
You can only push someone, so he has seen falling down.
Was it electric?
But we're talking about, it wasn't just in that day, it's a cooker that my parents have had forever, and they tell me that I'm just doing it wrong. It's fucked.
Can they do it?
Is there a knack to it?
Yes!
Aye, so it's fucked.
Yeah!
So you're doing it wrong.
So I was even told what the knack was, and 10 minutes I spent trying to light this grill.
What were
And
you having?
Bacon.
Bacon like that. You can just fry it.
Well, that's what I ended up doing, but I didn't
Is
want
that
to
after
fry
you
it.
smashed the basket?
By bacon, do you mean bacon and cheese crispy pancakes?
No.
We tempted to eat them raw.
Pretend they were a savoury ice bowl. So what happened? You couldn't get the cooker lit, the grill.
There was a washing basket right next to me.
Did you kick fuck out it?
I kicked it,
Yes.
and then I grabbed it and started smashing it off the floor. I was really, really angry.
Mate, I sympathise. I did.
Did it start playing the supersonic music when you did it? Did your hair go yellow?
Oh yeah, big Basil over 40.
You're not alone, man. I kicked fuck out a bin the other week because I burnt my horn in the kettle.
Oh, right. Jinx.
How's that the bin's fault?
The bin
I was
never did
raging.
you.
I don't use the kettle because I don't drink tea or coffee. I was making it for somebody else.
That was the thing.
And that was worse.
I was trying to make breakfast for Kate.
Was she in the house?
She was in the room.
Did she come running out?
It's like, Richie, I told you not to collect all those Chaos Emeralds.
I would have been happy with a bowl of Cocoa Pops,
No, you would.
6 bowls of Cocoa Pops. By a bowl, do you mean like a flower vase?
What were we doing? I was trying to talk about Fez.
What, you finished it?
So you'll need to buy your parents a new...
I will.
Washing basket.
They come back from their holiday tomorrow.
You can't do that thing anymore where you put the basket on your head and pretend to be a Dalek. You ever did that when you
What
were
was
wee?
that? It's a rectangle one.
Oh, fucking...
K9?
I bet it's one of those things as well. Did you have to kind of bend down a wee bit to try and light it? Or is it like...
I was sitting on the floor at this point. I was sitting on the kitchen floor looking under the grill. Oh, that's the other thing as well. Is the
You gotta
thing.
be careful.
The thing that lights the gas, the button doesn't work. So they got one of those
The
old
clicker.
school lighters, clicker things. So I had my hand underneath, and one on the knob, and then
I'm a child.
If you get your hand underneath, you get the other hand on the knob.
When did you start working the shaft?
Anyway, so that's the story of how I destroyed a washing basket.
Was Fez just to calm you down then after all? That was like your nice wee escape.
Just think of the grill incident as a
Wait.
really bad video
Maybe
game.
that's the big amazing bit at the end of Fez. Maybe he gets out a grill, it lights first time, and that was the.
Instead of a
Imagine
fez,
that.
it's like the fez is just a wee washing basket. It just descends and lands on your head. Richie fucks his Vita in the oven. Fucking Phil Fish. There's only one Spock.
Oh dear.
So I think we're all of the opinion at Gamewank that Fez is definitely worth playing.
Yeah,
It's one of those games
Quite a
where you
unique
have
wee
to-
game,
You
like.
have to stick at it, because see, even just like a couple of days away, you're fucking lost when you come back.
Aye.
That's how I know. I played a good party on PC, but I know if I jump in again now, I'm going to have to start again.
You do.
And I was pretty
Yeah,
far as well, but I'll just be lost.
Aye.
It was bad enough the first time I opened the map and I saw the branching paths. I thought, right, I'm probably close to the end. And then a wee bit come at the bottom and over to a whole other tree of branching paths.
Yeah.
And I just kind of.
No, I think it's important that sometimes when you do end up in these branching paths, that you try and find everything.
I'd
And it's
probably
good
prefer
that
a
you need
Vita.
to sort of like understand the map. The Vita, like I said, the Vita version is good because you can use the touchscreen to manipulate the map and look at it. It's great, and I don't think that what we're talking about is a design flaw. I think it's a very deliberate choice that he's made this kind of sprawling, complex world in a platforming game, and you know, when it doesn't hold your hand all the way through it. But yeah, I can see I can see why people have a problem with it, because I had the exact same problem first time I played it, but I kind of threw myself into it a wee bit more. I didn't throw myself into it as much as the game would maybe like me to, but like I was doing things like scanning. There's QR codes in the game.
I remember you saying that, I hadn't noticed.
You never know. There's just QR codes and you scan them and it'll give you a combination.
Right.
And you use it gives you, it's basically like a cheat code, and then you you will rotate the room a certain amount of times in a certain amount of ways, and it'll unlock things, collectibles.
Right. See, I always thought it was that you would have to. Because you know, also it would tell you if a room's like got a secret in it.
Aye.
I thought that was like post game stuff. I thought that was.
I
Like,
think no, there is some element of that going on, but there's a couple of rooms with.
because there's
QR
like a room
codes
right
in
at
them.
the start where you go in and there's a secret in there, but
Aye.
you don't have a fucking. I'll need to check that then. I've got it. I've got it off PS Plus.
No, well, I would recommend it on Vita.
Need to dive back in.
I played it on the Vita, and then I played like the last section on the telly, so it was pretty nice.
So what was your final playthrough time?
I don't actually know. I mean, I'm kind of in the section now where I'm in the unlockable stuff, the extra stuff, post completing the game. So
Is it-
I
is
imagine
it
I've probably got a
getting-
fair bit of time left to go on it.
Cross saves.
The cross. Sorry, I
'Cause
should have mentioned that. The
that's
cross
what
save
I-
function works really nicely because it's like you don't even have
I'd
to.
rather jump between like PS4 and Vita.
As long as you're connected,
Aye.
it just does it automatically.
Or so you
So-
don't have to choose to upload it to the
No,
clone.
no, it just does it. Like
That's
so when
good.
you can, there's slots that you can choose to play locally only.
Mhm.
But if you choose cross save, every time it saves, it uploads it automatically.
That's
So if you switch off one and switch on the other, it's all good.
Smashing.
It works really nicely, actually. Really nicely. Good. But anyway,
He done a good game. The bad man done a good game. Bad man. He's not a bad man. Is he? I don't know. Who cares?
He's misunderstood.
I will say that if you ever were interested in seeing the incident that was widely reported about him slagging off Japanese games, it wasn't put out for like a year, but the guys that did Indie Game the Movie did some post-film short films,
Right.
and one of them is about that, and they filmed the whole incident.
Aye.
It's quite interesting to see, actually. But yeah, which I'm sure is probably on YouTube by now.
Ryan. Guy, is that you?
That's me. What have you been playing?
Well, mate, I played that PT. Scary game. The Kojima man made. You like him, didn't you?
Aye.
He made the fighting games and the thing about the robots. And he made a scary game, and it was called PT. But it was a teaser for Silent Hill. You heard of Silent Hill? It's a computer game.
Aye, I've heard of them.
It was a film first, and then they made it into a computer game.
Aye. I'm a fan of the film.
The film's good. Well, PT's not got Sean Bean in it, unfortunately.
Fuck's sake. It's pronounced scene.
Sorry, Sheen Bean. Scene Bean.
It's pronounced Bian.
Scene Bean.
Beyonce.
Scene Bean is Nian Pete. But what it is you've played it anyway.
Aye.
It's been out for a while, and you're in a house, and somebody along the line has watched Stanley Parable. And you're in the house, and you walk through the level, and then you go down some stairs, and you come out where you started, and that happens for a while, and creepy things happen, and ghosts pop up, and something horrible is in a sink.
Is this Richie says?
And there's a guy trying to light a grill, sitting on a flare.
It's like Richie played by Norman Reedus trying to light a grill.
And then it ends, but it's one of the most unpleasant things I've ever played.
In a good way though. Like it unsettled you. You know what I mean?
Aye, I suppose so, because I've played like last year and this year as well, but played a fair few like horror games that people rave about, like Outlast and Amnesia and things like that, and haven't been blown away by them. Outlast in particular stands out because people go on about how terrifying it is, but I just thought it was a wee bit silly. But this is like, there's no an awful lot of action in PT, but it's really, really creepy. And when something does happen, you're inconsolable. And even when nothing's happening, it's quite difficult to play through it.
That's the absolute essence of Silent Hill
It's
for
the
me.
wee noise that you go, is that noise there as background to
It's
scare
been-
me, or is there something coming?
Because I've watched Silent Hill games being played, but the only one I've played myself was The Room. And see, that's not even like the scariest one by a mile.
It's got
But
good
I was-
ideas, but it's not that good.
But I was playing it to review, and I ended up taking it back and swapping it because I couldn't just being in that room and looking through that crack. And
Oh,
that bit,
yeah.
I couldn't handle it. I just couldn't take it. It was when nothing was happening. That's when it was at its best and its worst. So I don't handle that type of game, and this PT is much worse.
I think it's the first person that helps it. It wouldn't be the
Pro-
same
aye.
if you could see your guy.
Uh-huh.
First person definitely helps that.
I would say that when nothing was happening was worse than when something happened.
I was always shiting, just turning around. Like if I was staring at one of the objects on the table, I didn't want to turn round. So I would look at the floor, turn round, and then slowly bring the camera up. So if I saw something's foot, I would just look back down. I didn't want to subject myself to it.
Aye, it's horrible. It's absolutely devastatingly.
The only thing
Horrible.
was, it got to a point where, like, a lot of people had trouble with the end of it, because it's kind of vague how you actually finish it up to get the reveal at the end. And I spent that long trying to get it that when I would turn the corner and the ghost was there, like doing its wee jittering, I just fucking ran at it, and there wasn't any fear. You know what I mean? Because it was like, I've seen you that many times now, but then it got maybe one of these surprise, she appears and breaks your neck.
Aye.
And I shat at the end. I just wish it had been a bit more obvious how to finish it. No obvious, but if there was maybe a kind of clear pattern.
Aye.
Because
I think Kojima himself said that it wasn't designed to be finished.
Yeah, it's
Well,
just
he thought
it's
it
just a
would be
teaser
weeks.
for
Sure.
the game.
he
like.
said he thought it would be weeks before MD cracked it. And that night, I was seeing people on Twitter going, "Holy fuck! Look what I've just found at the end of the game."
It's always the way. It was the same with like the Portal 2 RG and stuff like that. People are always way more resourceful than developers give them credit for. But for me, Silent Hill was always about the horror of the environments.
Aye.
And I've not played PT, but everything I've heard about it seems like it's on the right track for a Silent Hill game.
I've forgotten the guy's name, but he's taking on this Japanese horror anime.
No. Say that.
No, he's involved with it as well.
Junji Ito.
I knew you.
Oh, aye. Is he not a manga artist?
Aye.
I think it'll be. I would imagine the game will be much different for PT, but it
I think
obviously
it's
knows.
going to be third person, definitely.
Aye.
Because I can't see them getting non-readers and him not wanting his face to be seen.
He's cooking.
Aye.
It was hot. It was really horrible. I think that the fact that he's managed to capture that and knows that that's what's powerful about a Silent Hill game means that it will be horrible. It will be unpleasant to play.
Fucking better, really. I want to be scared, no because something jumped out, but because everything that's happening is fucking terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have to take down a winged demon with only 4 hunting rifle bullets left. That's Silent Hill for me. Like, it's like, I'm just gonna have to use the pipe for the rest of the game. The thing I love for me about Silent Hill was always being like having none of the good weapons because I was too scared to go looking for them.
Aye.
It's like I didn't want to go in. Like, there might be a good gun in there. I didn't want to go in there. I'm just going to use the pipe. Like,
I forced myself.
I fucking love Silent Hill so much.
I admire it more
It's
than
the
I
old
love it.
ones, though. Everybody's always the first 3.
Have you played Shattered Memories?
Aye.
Shattered Memories is good.
I didn't go on with it.
I liked it because it changed up the hill. You know, you can't fight. You've got to run. But there was bits of Shattered Memories, and it relied on jump scares at bits, which was kind of annoying.
Jump scares is very much not the way of Japanese horror. Like,
See, when you get a creeping dread, and it's not apparent why. You know what I mean? Like just like the environment, even or the atmosphere. Like, see the first time it
That's
gets
why-
into the other world in Silent Hill,
aye.
and you're going, what the and there's all the clanging metal noises and everything's rusted. That's one of the most kind of
That's
the fuck's
why
going moments.
the Junji Ito like connection is so exciting for me, because like his manga is totally like,
I had a
just
wee look.
turn a page and it's like, fuck.
It's something you couldn't imagine like in your wildest
I
dreams.
know.
Horror that you just no.
I can't quite. I read it years ago. I can't quite remember, but there's one of his mangas is about some guy that is like lives in a flat and it's just total greasy in that, and he has like deep
Is
fat
that
fryers.
Spirals.
No, I don't think that's in.
Spirals,
Uzumaki.
his most famous one, is that?
Aye.
Is that it? He just has a greasy flat?
I think so. Aye, but like I think
That's where
like
the horror
I think
comes from. It's an everyday thing.
there's a bit where
Twisted slightly.
Right.
I'm sure there's like one of the scenes is like his place is so greasy that this lassie starts instantly getting spots on her face and they'll start leaking pus and that. And it's like, this is so disgusting. And that
Does he have a grill?
but no, aye, I'm excited that it's not Team Silent working on it, but if you look at the staff list, there's a lot of Metal Gear Solid staff on there.
Even Guillermo del
People
Toro,
that have a track record with good
Guillermo
games.
del Toro always like his monster designs and things.
Aye.
So I think that's got like when you had the
No, so I think that everyone
was
involved
it the
is.
skinny man in Pan's Labyrinth?
Oh god,
The fucking
yeah.
eyes in his hand. That shit like that. I love all that.
It's been so. That's what I've played. That it's been so long where I had to just say I'm gonna take a break for this, and had to just like find a distraction for myself because it was closing in on me too much.
When I play Silent Hill, it's in the middle of the day, with the blinds open and all
See,
the lights
I've
on. So.
got to have the dark in the headphones to
Nah,
fully
no, I can't do that.
appreciate it.
I'm not.
Totally into that.
See, yeah, you've got to.
I wasn't even
I'm
playing
a
it
coward.
alone
I'm
either.
a
It
coward.
wasn't somebody else in the
That's
room
fine.
with me, and I was like, no. Aye, so
So that's PT.
I think you can expect something horrific.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Guy, you've been playing thousands of video games again, I trust.
Other games?
What
Many
you been
toys
playing?
have you bought?
Just one.
How many of the
Snake for Ground Zeroes. Richie was so shocked he knocked his mic there.
Richie was just remembered how many variants of the yellow bastard you have. He was like, oh,
They're all sold. They're away.
So what have you been playing
Dead Rising 3 on PC.
on Xbox? What? Sorry?
Yeah, I know,
On
shocker.
PC?
I pre-ordered it when it first went up because it should have went up during the last sale, so there was a discount on it already. I think I got it for like 30 quid or something.
I think Capcom have done well in giving it when it came out. It was like Dead Rising is serious business, and now they were like, here's all this zany shit, release it on PC.
See, even at that, I think everybody at the first reveal they were going, it's a bit fucking grey.
They made it look very serious.
And they were going on, remember they were saying, I don't even know if it was in the final game, when it first got shown for Xbox One, it was like, if you've got a tablet, you can call in an airstrike. It's
No,
like, but my guy's,
was that a thing?
my guy's a mechanic. He's just a wee mechanic.
Aye, but
It's not as if
he's
it's
got a tablet.
saying that actually there's a pal in the game who's in the military, so that might be the excuse.
What kind of tablet? A wee Mitsubishi.
Robin Raisin.
I prefer fudge.
He did your joke better than you did. Richie.
You said what kind of tablet?
Did you get rum and raisin tablet?
I don't know. You got
I'm pretty sure it's fudge.
So
fucked it.
when you're calling an air,
Pretending you don't know about fudge. Oh, I don't know.
I've no checked. I've no checked the forum then.
I'm an adult. I don't eat fucking fudge.
I did. I mean, it's the easiest way is it's another Dead Rising game. Plays just the same as the others, but it looks nicer and it's bigger. And there's a lot more zombies than there was before. You've got just as many mad weapons, and you can, like the way you could combine weapons in the second one, you can do it on the fly in 3. So you don't need to go and find like a special table. So as long as you've got them in your inventory, you can just tape them together.
I see. Servbot Head is back.
Oh,
Which
it's always
is
going
a
to be.
reason enough to buy the game. That's the only reason you need to. Really.
And there was a Proto Man stand.
I saw that.
Proto Man cut out. I battered a couple of zombies with that. It's just. I think they did it a disservice when they first revealed it because they made it look like it was gone serious.
Because they had to market it to.
There is fuck
Xbox
all serious about
You
it.
have to wonder if Microsoft had any input.
I'm running about right now, and he's got on panties, garter belt, stockings, normal shoes,
Guy, this is a look behind the
and
curtain.
a bare chest, and a suspiciously Nazi-ish hat.
You were your
Right,
Nazis.
just give me a minute. So that's how I'm kicking about with a machete.
Guy, there's only you can't continue with this wearing the Nazi gear in video games and be like, I'm not Nazi. I'm not Nazi.
Shaved.
I just like to play as a Nazi. Does this?
I like it when I die because I'm a Nazi.
Does your kinky Nazi also have kind of very guy-like glasses?
No,
Are you sure?
no, it doesn't.
So
I picked a pair on, but they didn't look right, so I took them off.
that thing that was announced at E3, the big sort of mad arcade mode.
With a Felicia costume.
I don't think that's available yet. It launched with the Apocalypse.
Right.
They called it the Apocalypse Edition, and it had it was paid DLC on Xbox One, but you got it free with the PC one. It's called Untold Stories,
Right.
and you access it for the main menu. So I think it's like there's 4 of them, and I think each one you play as one of the kind of main survivors in the actual game. I've not touched that yet, so I've not looked at that, but it's just great, daft fun. You can combine vehicles as well now, so
Right.
Combine.
you can because your guy's a
Like
mechanic, so you can build these big Mad Max.
Right, okay.
You can build these things that look like straight out of Mad Max. So
Just be glad no one heard that, Richie.
What did they say?
No,
What did they say
telling you.
there?
I'm not telling you.
it's recorded.
You'll need to wait and listen
Right.
back to your voice.
So like I was kicking about in a forklift,
That's a good show.
and I was ploughing through them, and I jumped out and I thought, oh, I'll go into that Jeep. And as soon as I jumped out, I noticed both cars were glowing. So if I held the inventory button, it just won't combine, and you just make these mad vehicles on the fly. The best one was a motorbike and a steamroller. So you end up with a motorbike with a big steamroller bit in the front,
Right.
all these spikes on it, and you can shoot fire at the side of it. So you're flying across the bridges. That's the other thing, there's 3 bridges connecting the 3 big parts of the city. So that's your kind of your 3 islands, you know, like GTA and that. and it's just obviously really hard to get across the bridges because they're covered in zombies.
Aye.
So you always want to take a vehicle across. As far as I know, there's no any like fast travel on that yet,
Right, okay.
which it would kind of defeat the point of
Yeah.
traversing the hold, if you like. They've streamlined a lot of things.
So
like,
is there a love interest in Dead Rising 3?
there is.
If I was joking.
There is actually. Right for the start, it was like, alright, well, she's going to be that lassie. But no, it's great fun, just as ridiculous as the old games, and the characters are a good laugh. Like I was fighting a guy that was all dressed in fetish gear, and his weapon was a flamethrower.
What, you were fighting another human?
Aye,
Was it running? Like an invasion?
what do you mean?
Like he came into your game?
No, sorry, I mean, all the Dead Rising games have boss fights in them, and it's cycles.
Right, okay, I thought you might be
It's-
playing another player.
No,
or something.
it's like people that have the zombie apocalypse has just let them kind of become who they've always be. You know what I mean? Like it's brought out the worst in them.
Right.
So
So you're
they'll be-
Nazi, huh?
So like there was a guy and he had this guy and woman tied up in his kind of BDSM basement, and you're having to fight him, and he's using a flamethrower that's shaped like a cock and balls.
Nice.
And the,
How'd they get that?
balls are the fuel tanks. So he's firing that, and after you do a certain amount of damage to him, he'll order you to dance on the pole for him. So if you dance on the pole for him, it distracts him. Then you can run up and hammer him. That's another thing they've added. So during a boss fight, you can grapple with him. If you get a chance, and you just knock lumps at them until they
Right.
chuck you off. It's a lot more involved that way, but they've streamlined a lot of things. So it used to be when you would rescue somebody in the old game, you always get your radio calls. There's always a radio in a Dead Rising game. Somebody who's watching all the monitors saying like somebody needs help here. And it used to be when you would rescue them, you'd have to then take them back to the safe place, which was a pain in the fucking ass because they nearly always get killed. No, if you were me, I was quite good at the old games. The trick was to stand still and put a target where you want them to go instead of just you running, them following you naturally.
Right.
So they would always run in a straight line to the target. That's what people didn't seem to understand. Now, they'll follow you once you save them, but if you just say you get in a car, as soon as you drive maybe 30 feet away, it'll just say so and so is back at the safe house. So that's quite nice.
Right.
And there'll be people that just need a wee hand while you're driving about, so it'll be like clear the zombies away for them. As soon as you clear them, they go, cheers, I'm fine, and they run off on their own. So it's a chance they just get some points to level up.
Mm-hmm.
You've still got all that, you can improve your health and you get new zombie fighting moves the more you level up and that. Aye, great fun. Just a bigger Dead Rising game than before. And
Right.
I don't know if there's going to be any cameos or characters for the old ones, because there was one bit where you went into a funeral home to help a guy, and there was a coffin, and they've usually got like a picture of the person that's died, and it was the old guy on the radio for the first game. So I had a wee greet, because he was my pal.
You ever heard a crying Nazi?
We should pal on Nazi as well.
He was black.
It's no denial.
Aye,
So worth
if
picking
you
up.
like the mayhem, the madness, and just the over-the-top ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, if you're not even the story itself, even though it's kind of dealing with a serious thing, zombies, it's all tongue-in-cheek, and it's.
I'm glad.
Stupid.
I was worried it was
That's what I was. It was only when I saw them advertising that mad, when it was like
the E3
like
stuff.
Felicia costume
Aye.
and things like that. When I googled a bit of gameplay, because I kind of wrote it off at first. No, because it was Xbox One, but because I just didn't want to play it the way
I
I
think
saw it.
they missed the mark a bit with their marketing, really.
It seems like it totally, because I even saw people on Twitter, like when I was sharing screenshots, they were saying this is colourful looking guy, what's going on? Because it's a nice game. It's no. They definitely marketed it as grey,
Yeah.
serious.
Good.
Because somebody thought that's what.
Out now on Steam as well. How much is it?
£35, I think, and that gets you that DLC.
It's £1 per gigabyte.
Aye, it's out like a 36 gig download. Watch out for that.
Feedback.
So now it's time for feedback. Last episode we did Gaze a Topic and we discussed PC versus console, but now we're just going to get down to the questions.
First question comes from Christopher Span, who asks, Which of you would win in a bare knuckle fist fight?
Me.
Guy.
Me?
Aye.
Why?
I don't think I could take you down. Like,
We had
Because I'll
this-
get the size.
We had this conversation like
I'm
before
clean
you was
built.
like, guy.
unless you're like one of those kind of bigger guys with a glass jaw, I think it'd kind of be hard to take you down. Maybe.
What's
kill
the,
you,
what
son.
the street?
Ryan, you like you've been in a few chip shop scraps in your time. Well,
Nae skipping, boys.
Graham White asks, why are you shilling for Tunnocks? Don't you have integrity?
we're not. It's
It's over.
over.
Alex is over. Isn't it?
Just before it was about to get
We did eat a
started.
bit.
I think that's the
We've all
first
had
time
a
we've
caramel
mentioned
wafer
it.
today, like, but
This podcast.
They were part of the Better Together's campaign. They're like group of businesses that were no voters. So fuck them.
Aye.
Graham White asks in brackets, in all seriousness, what games are you hoping to see play at Eurogamer Expo?
Bloodborne. I
Aye.
will see it and I will play it.
Bloodborne.
I'm just shiting it in case I die really quickly and all these people see me. Because you
Oh,
only
can
get one
people
shot.
see you playing?
Aye.
Oh fuck me, that
Arseholes,
killed me.
man.
I don't think anybody. Cares,
I wouldn't like the.
though.
Hey, there are some arseholes around the Souls games who are that snobby about it all. Don't point at me. I'm a see if anybody says a word, we'll just see who win in a fucking. I'll
Glassjaw Woodward.
I remember one of my worst Eurogamer experiences was giving up halfway through the Skyward Sword demo.
No, the Sonic Lost World one was surely worse.
No. The Skyward Sword demo, because it's when you're in Skyloft and there was no explanation as to how to fly the
Did you
thing.
jump off the side?
No. It was.
He didn't get the horse.
It was the section where you're first on the bird and it's a race to catch
Alright,
something.
aye.
But I didn't realise that
They
it was like
flap
an
its
acceleration
wings.
button. But anyway, so I must have spent about 5 minutes, and the woman, the kind of Nintendo woman, was standing next to me going, sort of trying to give me tips and stuff.
You're alright,
And then I just got all flustered and put it down. And then as I was walking away, I tripped on the step. So, and then just never returned to the
And when you
Nintendo
tripped, it
store.
went. "Da-na-na-na."
And of course, I'm not going to Eurogamer, so
Come
I've got nothing to look forward to.
What am I looking forward? I don't even know what's coming out.
Might actually play Bayonetta 2 this year.
God.
Smash Brothers, I guess.
Is that going to
Smash
be it?
Brothers stand.
Eurogamer.
Bayonetta 2?
Aye.
You'd hope so.
Oh,
It
it's
was
still
there
really
last
late,
year.
innit?
So. Hariku asks, where can I get cheap steak mints? Farm
Richie.
foods?
Richie.
Put steak mince.
Like,
Steak mince.
aye.
Sorry, I thought you were saying steak mince. That's
Steak
a make
mince.
of something like
Steak mints.
good steak mince. Joe the Butcher's in Kilburney, in Ayrshire. Pretty fucking get mixed.
Is he related to Joe the Taxi?
What's the fucking chat about Boghall Butchers being in Broxburn?
Aye, there's two Boghall Butchers. There's a Boghall Butchers in Boghall and there's a one in Broxburn as well.
Okay.
Boghall Butchers is man, so the mince out there is fucking cracking. You know when you like mince comes in a packet and it's that stringy way.
It's
The,
all
the
proper
mince you get for
ground.
Boghall for Boghall Butchers is basically like beef paste.
aye. See
Fucking
bolognese,
incredible,
man.
mate.
Really melt in your mouth, bolognese.
Incredible.
Good steak mince.
See, I
Get to the
don't know
butchers.
why
Fuck your
chicken
supermarket
tea,
mince.
I was going to say Aldi as well, but I don't think I can compete with that. That sounds much better.
It's fucking incredible.
I told
Meat
Bob, I
paste.
might just go home after this and make some bolognese. Instead of
If you
staying
can
there.
get the cooker on it.
Buy an air basket in the way.
Richie grilling mince, all laid out on a tray. That's not very good, it's a bit dry. So I think the answer there was your local butcher.
Aye. Texas Tom Alden asks, which Megami Tensei demon would you fuck, and which Persona waifu would you shack up with?
I'm quite fond of that one that looks like a devil sitting on the toilet. What one's that?
I don't know.
I quite like that one.
I've got nothing.
Mara's like a big penis that rides on a carriage.
Aye. Some mate is screaming as well. It's like, ah.
Just
Can't believe it's luck.
use like the deviants talk about shit.
Right,
Megami
okay.
Tensei.
Mother Harlot.
Ah, that's a good one.
She's sitting in a demon with 7 heads, and she's got a skull for a skull. She's not got a face, put it that way. She's just got a skull and a head.
What about Dante from the Devil May Cry series? Does he count?
In Persona?
He's in Nocturne.
Is he?
Come on, it's got a sticker on the box that
I
says
don't remember that.
featuring.
Um,
Who's your Persona waifu guy? I know who your Persona waifu is.
Chie, man, she could kick your dick off. She likes meat.
just get her to the bog hole butcher.
Hey!
Oh, Denny, the thought of bringing your Persona waifu to life and taking her to Bog Hall. Gee, mon darling,
Trust me.
mon Yukiko hen, mon
It's like
London
meat
Bog Hall.
paste.
Spajunky asks, what game do you think is cack that everyone else loves? Mine's Halo, for what it's worth.
Was that what that stands
Oh,
for?
and vice versa.
Is that what he said, or is it you that said?
That's
That's what he
Oh,
said.
Bioshock Infinite.
That everyone else.
Bioshock.
Infinite.
It has to be a series
I
of
like
games, though.
What is it? What did he say? No, just what game?
What game?
All right, did he? All right.
What
sorry.
game do you think is
Sorry,
cack?
man.
everyone
He
else
obviously thinks Halo as a whole is shit, but
What game?
I love Bioshock 1 and 2. Bioshock Infinite I don't like.
Skyrim for me.
Do you like the other Elder Scrolls, like Oblivion or that?
Nope.
Nah.
Are you asking me if I like Oblivion? I hate Oblivion. The only one I really liked was Morrowind. But I can't admit that on Gamewank. Morrowind, load of shit.
I'm Bioshock Infinite as well. I'm baffled by people loving that.
I know
thing.
there's so many that I played and just not enjoyed it. See, I think every time I play a game and don't enjoy it, I tell myself that I'm just not connecting with it. So it's like
It's just
it's always
Dark
an old
Souls.
one. I've never played Dark Souls.
I mean, if he says
FIFA.
what everyone else loves,
FIFA. There we go.
obviously
FIFA.
not everyone loves just games. An awful lot of people.
I could list a bunch like Call of Duty.
It's
the
games
Battlefield,
that get a lot of hype.
Anything on Xbox.
Aye, Christ.
I was saying to a guy when we were getting the train through there that I can't believe that people won't still pay like 40, 50 quid for FIFA games. Because for years now, as soon as I see a FIFA box, whether it's the new one or no, as soon as I see it, I go, that is in the reduced section of a show. That's all I see when I see a FIFA box.
There's a lot of stuff as well. Like I don't think any of us play any MOBAs or that, do we?
Well, that's the thing.
I
Like,
know-
there's
I
a
know a
lot
few
of
folk that are
obvious
right into them.
answers.
Like
Like,
League and Dota and that.
Aye.
Not a fan.
I'm no into it, but I've never tried them properly. I've only had a wee shot, so
And vice versa, he's asking, so what game do you love that other people think is
Borderlands 2 for me, like
do you know, up until recently, I would have.
Killer is Dead. That seemed to get hammered a lot, and I really enjoy it.
Up until recently, I would have said Bionic Commando, but I went back to it and I'm not enjoying it.
Which one?
They're
The
like
armed
the-
or the
The
one where his wife's his arm?
aye. I remember having a really a lot of fun with that game, but going back to it, I remember the beginning is difficult to. Not difficult in terms of it being a difficult game. It's just difficult to get through. But if I would say now, vice versa, for some reason, a lot of people piss on Twilight Princess, and I love Twilight Princess.
Do a lot of people get... See, I always thought it was Skyward Sword that a lot of people ripped into.
Skyward Sword is rubbish though.
Oh,
It's
I
not.
really
No, it's not
enjoy it.
rubbish. That's not fair. That's not fair. It's
Too much backtracking in Skyward
it's
Sword.
it's a game. It's a good game that's been puffed full of
That fucking fourth stealth section.
nonsense. Oh god, aye.
Aye. We've got your gear.
It's like Skyward Sword could have been a really good 20-hour game, but instead it was a rubbish 35-hour game.
The rubbish again.
Not
Richie,
rubbish, sorry.
Richie,
You know what I mean?
calm down.
No, I know what you mean.
What's
Just-
yours?
I like the sword. The sword.
I'm trying to think probably something like A-Train maybe. Know that everybody hates A-Train, just nobody else really seems to get it.
A-Train?
Aye.
Is that Train Simulator?
You must have heard it.
I've heard the name, but is it
Is it Japanese?
less realistic?
Is that the one? I remember playing one.
Is that the one in the arcade?
No.
Is it an arcade? No.
No, you're
I
thinking
remember-
of Denture to Go.
That's
I remember there was one. There was a games exhibit in the museum in Chambers Street years and years ago, and it had a train simulation game. And I used to speed up the train with it. Had a lever, and I'd pull it back really quickly, and then have an animation of all the passengers flying off the train.
You're also thinking of Denture to Go.
No, A-Train's
Mercedes,
like a... It's like a isometric or almost top-down, like some city type thing.
right.
And it's city management.
See, I
but
could get into that rather than like a first person
but nobody really plays them. I wouldn't say they're hated, but nobody plays them. So
I know what mine is actually. It's fucking Sonic Lost World.
Yes, it absolutely is.
What do you like and other people? Is it not just Mario Galaxy?
No.
Poor man's Mario Galaxy.
No,
I mean,
it's
in
so
essence-
much worse than that.
I mean, in essence,
That's
like,
being very, very.
Do you know what I mean?
There's elements
the
of
fact that
the
you even
basic
mentioned
idea.
the two in the same sentence,
I've
guys.
seen people talk about it
deeply,
like that.
No,
deeply
you're right.
Like as if they wanted to do a Mario Galaxy, but they just didn't.
There's a
have
lot.
it in
There's a
them.
lot of that in there.
By that you mean basically they wanted to make a good game, but they made a fucking shit.
I meant like having the multiple worlds, each with a different
Is that you
theme
played it
and
now?
a slightly different way to play.
87th doesn't really ask. It's just a statement. Sing a song. Who'd like to do that?
Richie, yeah.
Richie, on you go.
No. No.
He's the hits.
Come on, man. Just a wee bit of song for Ross. It's for Ross. Come on.
Why do you have to do it?
Because
let me answer the last
Three
question.
of us said you.
Nah.
Well, now you get to sing a wee song instead of answering the last question.
come on, we'll all sing the Sonic the Hedgehog theme tune. We'll start you off.
How's it go after?
Fuck you. You're not going. I nearly did it there. I nearly did it.
So sorry, Ross, but Richie's just
They
been
all just sang for you. So there you go.
That's no singing.
a big prick.
Joseph Blythe asks, "What do you think the Destiny perfume smells like?"
So this is the story that.
Greed.
Is this a thing that exists? I've
Yeah,
missed
no,
it.
it does.
Microsoft
weren't
market.
allowed to market Destiny because Sony obviously paid more money. Because you know, it seems as if Destiny's PS4 exclusive as far as you fucking know. But so they had a perfume bottle, just the word Destiny written on it, and a wee Xbox logo at the bottom, as if it was a fragrance that was coming out, and that was their wee kind of, well, we didn't really market it, did we? And people went mental, and folk threw their toys at the pram, and
Right. Okay.
So what does it smell like? Chip fat, probably.
Angry
cat
piss. the kind of scent that piss has when you've eaten too many Doritos. That corny thickness.
Kind of like asparagus flavoured
Aye.
Doritos.
Right. Fish Warrior asks, apparently some company bought the rights to Flight Simulator is putting it on Steam. Fuck's sake, mate. Could you be any less excited? That wasn't very, very well written, Fish Warrior. Please try harder.
See me.
Flight simulators are something that I never
I'm
really
not
got
really
into.
Never touched
Well, no, definitely. I'd probably have to go back to the Amiga before I was last playing
You know,
Flight Simulators.
there's a culture of ex-pilots who use flight simulators.
I would imagine so.
No, but I mean, like they
But
used
for,
to.
for fun.
No, well, just like they'll go on real time flights in a flight simulator. You know, they maybe spent their life spending entire days. So it's a comfort thing, though. I don't know enough about this phenomenon, but I do know that the
It's a phenomenon.
well, or whatever this culture, subculture, whatever the hell we're calling it, they all kind of communicate with each other, and they have like virtual air traffic control.
Like a
and all that
support
sort of
group.
When I
yeah, no, it's kind of like there's guys that are obviously just have been in a career so long that they need something when they
Right.
come out.
they're really big in Japan. Flight sims.
Aye.
I went into like a game shop in Tokyo and they had an entire rig set up, like a proper, like an airline control desk set up with a chair and a flight stick in that. And
Have a seatbelt. He's strapped
I
in.
think no, it was legit. I had a wee shot of it. It was pretty good. I don't know how to play flight sims. I was like, I'll go a jumbo jet. I'll fly as high as I can go. Then I stalled and crashed. So it was good. It was. So no, I mean, flight sim. That's the kind of thing that will be cheap in a sale, and I'll definitely pick up. So.
I like the idea of all these people. It's like, you know, I can't go back to the job, but I've got my simulator.
Aye, that's exactly what it
I
is.
think Buzz Aldrin plays Kerbal Space Program. Nearly landing on the moon and then he jumps out by accident.
You just Buzz Aldrin goes to those. It looks like a sort of half car, and that you get in shopping centres, and it's got like a simulation inside it. He's found sitting in one of them every day.
Just found him foaming at the mouth in front of an old jetpack cabinet.
We did go. We did.
Our old mate McBee Pete asks, what's the most you'd spend on a game and what's the most expensive game you've bought to date? Guy, you should probably
Not
start
doing
this one.
What's the most I would spend on a game?
What's your favourite game?
Are we not?
Snake Eater.
Are we not including maybe say like if you had a game and then you bought all the DLC for it and you maybe?
I don't think that. I think it's like
I think it's
one
like
purchase
one-
for
aye,
like a
right,
special
If
edition.
every
game.
copy of Snake Eater, bar one, disappeared, how much would you pay for Snake Eater?
I would just pirate it.
No, there's no.
There's no.
They're away as well.
Oh, the ISOs are wiped out.
Aye,
How much would I pay for Snake Eater? So I've lost my copies I already have.
Aye.
Right. Most I would pay for Snake Eater, 50 quid.
What? That's
I
like
don't
how much
like
it
it
cost
that
when it
much.
came out.
Honestly, I love it, but I've played it so many times I can fucking play it in my head.
You're thinking
I know
how
every
many
shit.
bullshit special editions I could buy. Right.
Lovely.
So what? At any special edition, like what's the most you could feasibly see yourself spending on like a special edition of a game?
Less than £100. I'm not paying £100 for fucking anything.
You must have paid that up.
Aye,
for
what's the
something
most
in the
expensive?
past, surely.
No,
You bought that fucking Bayonetta special edition, didn't you?
the first print,
Aye.
60 quid.
Did you buy it?
It's not £100, no.
No, you did. You buy it?
Of course I did.
Of course you did.
He's raging. He'll be raging, mate.
So what is the most expensive? That
physical
that
copies.
Borderlands loot chest wasn't
Wait a
cheap.
minute.
That was about 70 or something.
That's not
Honestly,
cheap.
it wasn't a lot. No, but it wasn't £100.
What? If something's £99, it's still expensive. Like,
No,
it's
I'm not saying it's no expensive.
I know, but what's?
It's because I used to do that thing where I would I go like, right, the game's 40. So I'll justify it with saying all the daft shit extras probably cost about 20 quid. That's what I used to do.
I
It's-
see. Did you not buy the fucking dubstep gun in that? Was that not well expensive?
That was that was like, I got that off Amazon, I think. That was like 50 quid, so it was like 10 or more in the game.
I think it was more than that.
So no, honestly, I'm sure it was Amazon, so it was a bit cheaper.
What about you? It was most expensive.
I think the most expensive I've ever paid is probably about maybe 50, because it was Skyward Sword and it was the only way I can get a Wii Motion Plus cheaper than buying a
with
Wii
the
Motion
gold,
Plus separately.
gold
That's
controller.
I'm
I've got that.
stingy bastard when it comes to game purchases, because I don't think I would pay more than 40, and I think 50 is the most.
For a really good special edition, I'd go up to 60. I'd never go to 70. And so I think the most
No, even if it was
expensive.
something you loved and you really wanted the things that came with it.
I guess I'd maybe go a bit more, but
I think it's to do with how much you want it. Because you can't use the things, they're just fucking me knickknacks that sit in a box.
That's the thing. It would have to be.
If it's
pretty
something
cool.
you're gonna be
Richie could use
If
knickknacks.
it's something you're happy to display, or if it's something you're going to regularly take out and actually thumb through, so it came in an art book or something.
Actually, when we were kids, games were about 50 quid. Like,
Well, that's what I was about to say,
I
because
remember you talking about N64 games.
N64 games,
60 quid, like.
PS1
imagine
games,
that.
because there was
Final Fantasy, I think my copy of Final Fantasy VII is a $49.99.
Holy!
Mike,
sticker on
See, I had a chip PS1, and by the time I got an N64,
Well,
it
mine's a
was
second
maybe
hand. I didn't pay $49.99.
it was like maybe 4 or 5 year old by the time I got an N64, so everything kind of.
Same
Right.
Ocarina of Time. My copy of
Reasonable
Ocarina of Time has a
prices.
Virgin Megastore sticker on it. It's like 49 quid.
I could have a £12 brand new fucking bootsy.
I paid 50 quid for 60 quid even for some N64
Wow.
games, like
I paid
59.
It's because you think of them new and
I'm
no-
sure I had a few around the same price bracket, but the one that sticks in my mind was Final Fantasy Tactics. I paid 60 quid for. Because there was no buying for abroad or anything
Aye.
like that, so if you wanted an American or a Japanese game, then
You're gonna
pay
pay
up.
for it.
Fuck.
What's the most
Depressing.
so 60 quid? What's the most you would pay for a game? Now tenner. Nah, I'll be honest, fiver.
Well,
I mean, if I put the same question that I put to Guy,
what's your favourite game?
I don't know. The Souls games are pretty high up there these days.
Would you buy like a special edition of Bloodborne?
No. No, I don't see the point. The whole idea
what
of
would it
the
need to
special
come
edition
with?
thing. Oh, it'd have to be something like if you
It
go into
need to
like,
come with cash back.
if you go. Is somebody need to come round and play the game for me?
Like, I've ordered the Japanese Bloodborne, But I intend to have a wee show it because it will be out here first. Sorry, the Japanese one will come out first, and then I'll sell that when the European one comes out. But the Japanese one comes with an art book, and I fucking love the art in the Souls series, so same reason I bought the design works and all that, so I'm happy with that.
The things with the figures and stuff like that though, it's not like you're getting, like if you want A1 comics, you'll get some really nice figures that cost like 150 quid, but that's not what you're getting in a special edition.
The thing I love about special edition figures is when you see a picture of them 6 months after the game came out, and it's usually a stand, and whatever figure that's on it is now sort of doing a Michael Jackson style.
That Max
lean
Payne
forward.
3
Aye,
that's been left in the sun, and it was that Max Payne 3 statue, and everybody complained because he's basically in a fucking T-pose. There's no imagination, and he's doing a total Michael Jackson, leaning right over because he's been left in the sun too long.
I think Lemmy said when he was playing Dark Souls that it wasn't ridiculous to say that you could charge 150 quid or 200 quid for Dark Souls. It's that good. You get that much out of it. It's so much better than other games that you could charge that much. So maybe a couple of 100 quid.
Ryan McLeod. Cannot believe the words.
Look, I'm no tight with money, right? I'm just skint. There's a difference between being tight and just not having any.
It's like, I think if I do end up buying Bayonetta 2, I might go for the one with the physical version.
You mean just like the double pack?
Aye.
Aye, because that's like what?
40 quid.
Aye. Oh right, it's only 40 quid, right?
Aye.
The one thing I wanted more than anything was that special edition of Xenoblade. The one.
Oh, the
The
controller?
one I got
Yeah.
for 15 quid.
The one I got for 15 quid.
Yes.
But like, I wasn't willing to pay 100 quid for that, and that's my favourite game ever. So I'd never go 100. Like if I'd seen that for
It
8.
goes for like 80 on eBay.
Well, if I'd seen that for 8, if I'd ever seen it for 80 quid, the reason it goes cheap now is because there's so many in circulation
Like
again.
Xenogears, that's another one that falls into the 60 quid bracket that I bought.
I would currently still pay a lot of money for an actual physical copy of Xenogears as well. But no, I like 80 quid. I think I'd go. Like if like that Xenoblade Chronicles X, if that has like a total ripping special edition, I really, if it was 90 or 100 quid,
Gamepad.
I wouldn't. So thank you for all your feedback. Wonderful as always. We love you all.
Wow,
dearly.
guys.
Wow.
Top tier stuff as ever.
Lovely stuff.
So that brings us neatly to the end of part 2
Yes.
of
Nay Horse. We hope you're all going to try and complete Ocarina of Time now without a horse.
I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure that's what I did.
You're a neighbour, no? No.
If you want to talk to us in any way, you can find us on Twitter. Guy is at Nightmare More Go. Barry is at No Stopping Epoch. Ryan is at Rye McDreg. Is that still your name?
Ryan McLeod.
Is it Ryan McLeod? But you're right. Sorry.
Screen name's different.
That's what it is. Sorry.
Aye, alright.
Put it this way, I've been following you so long that I've forgotten what your actual... That's what it is.
Translated, I've had you muted so long. Nah.
And I'm at Laszlo Panaflex.
No, aren't you at Grill Lighter?
And we're all collectively at Gamewank.
We've nearly got 500 followers. Our 500th follower will get a prize.
What's that?
A tea cake. And I won't even put it in a jiffy bag, we'll just put it in a regular postage envelope. So we'll let you know, you can DM us, we'll send you a tea cake. We'll be back once we're back for Eurogamer, I guess.
Yes. Christ, Eurogamer's coming up. If any of you are going to Eurogamer and you see us, stay away from us.
Aye. Now please come and say hello, especially to Guy. If you bought one of those Guy Woodward
Don't man,
t-shirts,
I'll take a fucking eye.
you can all wear your Guy t-shirts and we'll meet at a certain time.
Get yourself a wee bin or something and get a picture
wee-
with
a wee
Guy,
dog.
the bin man.
A wee dog, a wee bin. We can be guys, that'll be our name. So no, please come and say hello if you see us kicking about.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Fucking arse is numb.